Hello, everyone, and welcome to Final Thoughts Episode 2 with Emilio. So, tonight, I guess, we're going to talk about Bahrain. Exciting. We have Formula One officially back. I know preseason happened, but first race of the year. Very happy. I was very excited, and I loved how most of it went down. We'll see why I'm slightly disappointed. But first thing on my list, I literally have a list. Like, you can see it. I literally have a list. But I loved that Leclerc had a great start because more often than not, you do see like people in the front row or like the first 3, 4 that you're expecting a lot from them, and then they just have a crappy start and they get someone overtakes them or they lose a position or two like immediately. So that's already going against the current. But I love that Leclerc had a strong start. I think I already told you guys, but I mean, I don't like playing favorites, but I do like Ferrari. Like, quoting Sebastian, everyone loves Ferrari. But yeah, so that was great. What I did not like, absolutely hated from the start of the race, was seeing my boy Checo just drop positions. I mean, yes, I think it was a smart decision to like take the foot off the gas for a little bit, because I think it was turn 2, because he could have potentially gotten crashed upon, or like, so he avoided a couple of contacts. Good. That's great. But at the moment, I was heavily disappointed. Like, I want to see that man just do well as much as I want to see Ferrari or like good teams and good drivers do well. But Checo, like, the place where he finishes the race heavily interferes with how I'm going to behave for the rest of the Sunday. So I really like Checo doing good. So that was the start of the race for me. Moving on, we do have a nice little highlight of Checo overtaking Magnussen, which we're going to talk more about him, but I think that was pretty clean. I think it was clean AF. I think he goes on the outside and then just change direction on the inside and finally takes the overtake and the position back. So I like that. Some clean racing, some fast overtaking, and I also love that it was against the K-Mag, because I mean, who would have thought seeing a HAAS there, And the fact that it was K-Mag on his first race back after, I think it was 11 days that he got the call to come back to F1. So hey, I'm happy to see K-Mag there. Happy to see some clean racing. And I love the fact that Checo was like, okay, I lost some positions, but I'm going to get them right back immediately. So that was great. I like it. I like it a lot. So I think the biggest highlights that we got from this race was seeing Leclerc and Max just fight it out, just scramble, going for it during I think the first time was lap 17. During that straight, just seeing Max absolutely go right, then sparks flying, and then just almost not hit the brakes to take that position. But later on, just a couple of corners later on the DRS zone, just having Leclerc take it back immediately. That little exchange of positions was absolutely amazing. And I mean, of course, we didn't know at the moment, but we were going to see that more often. So that was great. I loved it. I know it's nothing to do with the overall result, but just quick parentheses. I love when during overtakes or like tough battles, we see some sparks fly. I think it's just entertaining, might be a very stupid opinion, but hey, it's mine. I never said it was a smart one. So yeah, that was fun. And I think we also got the same fight. I think it was a lap later, or maybe a couple laps later. And what I really enjoyed while I was watching that was the camera angle, the side camera angle that just gave us the opportunity to see Max absolutely just going for it. Like, brakes, he said, nah, fam, I don't need brakes right now. He just dove right into that corner, got the position, and then immediately Leclerc got it right back. So that was very exciting. It looks like it's gonna be the place to build from for the rest of the season, because between so far the Checo overtakes and then this battle, we can see that you can fight your position back, which I think it's great. Like, I remember last season with the fast cars, you knew the DRS zone was coming. They were gonna just fly by, and then you will never see them again. Like, maybe you can overtake later on, but there was no taking it back. So I really like the fact that Leclerc and Max gave us that little show, that little spectacle, just a fight, a clean fight. Yeah. Let's see. Let's check this magic list. I'm not entirely sure at what point of the race this happened, and I don't know if it was for Mercedes or Red Bull. So if anyone is watching this and has time or actually knows who said this, I think I don't know if it was the commentators or the actual driver who, quote unquote, said the car is like a hippopotamus on a water slide, referring to the weight and the maneuverability of the car. Sorry for that tough word. I thought that was really funny. I know it means nothing to the race, it means nothing to the drivers, but I like it. So I wrote it down, and here we are. So if you know who said it, if you remember who said it, please let me know in the comments, or yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Moving on. What happened with McLaren? Like, again, I'm very open-minded. I like a lot of drivers. I like a lot of teams. And I really wanted to see them come back after last season. It looked like they could come back strong. And then they were just not there. Like, Daniel is pretty good driver. Lando, it's an awesome driver with a lot of promise. What happened? I don't know. It's too soon to tell. I'm no expert, but I just want to raise the question, what happened to McLaren? Because they were just in the back all the time. Like, maybe fought back a couple positions, came back up, but like nothing that I think was too remarkable. Maybe I don't remember it exactly right now, but yeah, I just wonder what happened there. Probably it's related to the whole Mercedes lack of pace or the aerodynamic difference between the two cars, but I don't know. Hopefully they can get it fixed soon, because I will hate to see those two drivers just in the back of the grid all the time, knowing the full potential that they can give us. I mean, that they can give themselves, they can give the teams, they can give the sport, and also us as spectators. So yeah, I was a little bit bummed out for that. So not great to see. We don't love to see that. Oh, again, I mean, I already told you, I like Checo. He's my fellow patriot, you know. So I think it was an important thing to mention when the commentator said, in quote unquote, that Checo is the king of tire management. Like, it's something we know, but it's nice to be reminded of. And the fact that I'm bringing it up right now is because I think maybe this might be a good thing to have as a driver for Checo with these new tires, because I think the compounds changed, the size changed, so and the cars changed. So, you know, the wear of the tires, it's gonna be different. Maybe the compound like material, or not, I don't know how to call it. Yeah, like the material composition of the tire is gonna behave differently under a heavier car, or a car with more downward force, or I don't know, you know, like the fact that the cars changed so drastically in design, I think is gonna affect how the tire wears off. And being a driver that knows how to manage your tires, I think it might be a good thing for the rest of the season to have under your belt. So I thought that was worth mentioning. Let me know what you guys think. What else? Oh yeah, I remember. I think Red Bull, went for the undercut with Max, and I could have sworn that was gonna work. Yeah, it definitely happened. Because Max was angry that they didn't let him drive as fast as he could, quote unquote. But I could have sworn that was gonna work, and I was glad to see that Leclerc barely made it past him. But I mean, that was almost effective, and I wanted to mention it. I was a little bit scared for Leclerc, but it's nice to see that we are also gonna have some nice strategy from part of the pit lane. So yeah, that was fun to watch. A little bit nerve wracking. Put some excitement into the whole watching the race live. Next on the list we have the drama, coming to the back end of the race, which is Gasly's battery failed, just total failure. That was odd. I mean, again, no expert. I'm no Formula One engineer, but I wonder if this is going to be something that all the teams with Red Bull engines are going to suffer from, or if this is just an excluded case that happened only to Pierre. But yeah, that was awful to see. I didn't like it. Wasn't a fan. I think he has a lot more to offer, and just having your car not giving you the tools to finish the race is never great to see as a fan. And on that note, what happened to Max and Checo, like that got me fuming. But more than fuming, it just broke my heart a little bit, because I think Max sensed it before, like a couple laps before it happened, or maybe one lap, and the team was like, everything's fine, dude, like the battery's okay. He was like, no, it's not. And I think like the battery wasn't the problem at all. I've seen some rumors, but it wasn't battery related. I think it was a little bit of the gas intake, the pressure differential or something like that within the engine. But it was just weird to see the current world champion just absolutely slow down and getting passed by everyone, and then just do not finish. Like, I don't know how many times it had happened that during the first race, the current world champion just DNFs. I mean, that will be a fun thing to Google, but I didn't, so sorry about that. But yeah, that was awful. Still, I had hope. Checo was right there, third place. Let's go for the podium. And then he spun. Yeah, that was absolutely heartbreaking. And there's no other way to put it, but I literally started texting Brian. I already mentioned Brian, I think, a couple times. But I was like, man, we were on... when I say we, I mean Brian and I, because he's also a Ferrari fan. But, like, we were on for a dream podium. Just a double Ferrari, and then Checo on third. Life was good. Sunday started to be more sunny, a little bit of clearer skies, and everything was supposed to be great. And then last lap, Checo spins and gets overtaken by everyone. Is that a word? Overtaken? I think so. And yeah, I hated that. I almost didn't want to finish watching the race, except for the fact that Leclerc was definitely going to win it. Carlos was going to win it. And then somehow Lewis was going to get a podium, because, I mean, yes, they were right there. They had a good race, Lewis and George, but they did not have the pace to be on the podium, I think. But yeah, setting aside the fact that Checo and Max did not finish, Uh, I was great to see just Ferrari start a season as strong as they did, with the pace that they did, with the reliability that they did, and just maybe this could be the beginning of a great season, of a great era for Ferrari after 2 years of very, very disappointing results and just suffering from the fans, from the drivers, from the team, from the people back in the factory. So I'm very happy for them. As Leclerc said, that is the right way to start a season. P1, P2, let's go. I'm really excited for Ferrari. Hopefully they can keep this going. And I mean, I know Red Bull didn't finish. They scored nothing. But I think it's going to be a very, very interesting thing to have 3 teams fighting for constructors, 3 teams fighting for the Drivers' World Championship. So I think I really like that. I think I initially wanted to finish this episode with that note, but I there's a couple things that we have to talk about. Like it will be a crime if I just didn't, which is K-Mag and Haas back on the points. Like, I mean, you cannot help it. Even if you don't care about Haas, I think your heart warms up a little bit seeing that after everything they've been through, they are finally back on point scoring terms. And the fact that it was also K-Mag who did it, again, coming right off the bat and driving the way he did, I'm very happy for it. I'm very excited. I am extremely happy for Gunther. Hopefully this can also like keep happening during the season. It's gonna be fun to just see new things, unexpected things, results on the board. So that I think that was a very important highlight to mention, just like a separate thing from the rest of my opinions. And the last but not the least, I really don't know how to pronounce it. So if someone is actually watching this and knows how to pronounce it, and I destroyed it, I'm sorry. But Sue, I think it's Sue, with Alfa Romeo just finishing on points. I believe he got P10. And I just want to give it a little bit of clap because I think that's great for his debut in Formula One, driving nice in a new car in new regulations, but debut, points, good race. I'm happy for him. Hopefully he can keep showing us what he's made of and keep having great results, because I think Alpha, I don't think I ranked them very highly on the past episode, but I think Alpha might be a surprise on the midfield. It looked like they have a nice car. I think we're about to see a very different Valtteri Bottas, or as Danny would say, Valtteri Bottas. But I think it's gonna be great to see Valtteri just being a slightly different version of what he was in Mercedes, and having the rookie hopefully keep scoring points, keep driving smart. It's gonna be great for the grid. It's gonna be great for us watching at home, and just for the sport in general. So, yeah. Final thoughts. Happy for Ferrari. I'm really happy. Also, I finally have something to put in my room. Like I know you guys can't not see my entire room, but there's nothing on the wall. So I figured if I'm gonna be doing this, might as well start getting the merch that I said about 7 months ago that I was gonna buy. And this poster is just number 1 out of many. Also flags and hats. And I know where my paychecks are gonna go, even though I should not be spending it on this, but hey, that's what I work for, right? So happy for Ferrari, extremely happy for HAAS, extremely happy for Gunther, and very happy to see that the rookie had a nice race, that we have multiple teams fighting for positions that I was not expecting. And yeah, let's hope that next week Jeddah is exciting, and we did not witness a one-time thing, a one-time race, a one-time style of racing this weekend, and it just carries on for the rest of the season. If it does, I think it's going to be a very exciting season to see with these new regulations, with the way the drivers now have to actually not only drive fast but think about it. Like I think Charles admitted after the race that he kind of gave the position to Max on that corner so he could have the DRS later on. I know it's nothing new, but I like that they're thinking about it while they're driving. So on that note, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new here, which I mean everyone's gonna be new because it's episode 2 out of an intro and another episode, but please, I encourage you to like the video, comment on the video, and stay for the rest of the content. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you took the time to watch this, and these were my opinions on Final Thoughts. Thank you very much. See you later.